Magnetic snaps are a perfect way for paper crafters to close boxes and gift cards. Today on Stamp TV, I'm going to show you how to make a masculine gift card holder with a magnetic snap closure, and there's a little trick to lining them up. But first, let me show you the tools and products you're going to need for this project. First, you're going to need some magnetic snaps, and the ones that I like are by Basic Gray. They come in both large and small. Then you're going to need some score tape, and I'm using both the 1/4 inch and the 1.5 inch score tape. You're also going to need a Glue Glider Pro or some other type of glue for fastening pieces that don't need to be quite as tight, and a couple of different punches. Because I'm using the star stamp from the Picture It stamp set from the Organize It kit, I'm going to use some of the Marvy star punches, but you can use Nestabilities or any other type of punch or die that you want to use that fits your focal image for your project. I'm also going to use a round punch and a corner rounder. I'm going to use a Cuttlebug and a Cuttlebug folder. And then I'm going to use some ink, and here I have Vivid in Taupe, Coffee Bean, and some Memento Tuxedo Black. I also have a couple pieces of cardstock here, and these are going to be used to punch or die cut if you're going to use dies. And then I have one piece that I've measured out as my gift card holder, and then a little bit of ribbon. So let's get started first. Move a few of these things out of the way, and I'm going to grab my Score Pal. And a Score Pal is another tool you're going to need to make score lines on your gift card holder. So here I'm starting with a piece of the Gina K Designs Pure Luxury Craft cardstock, and this piece of cardstock measures 7.5 inches long by 3.5 inches across the top here. Now I'm going to begin by scoring, and I'm going to make 2 score lines, one at 2 inches and then one at 5 inches. Okay. Now, to give my gift card holder a little bit of a finished look, I'm going to round the corners using an EK Success corner rounder. And now all 4 of my corners are rounded. And then I'm going to fold away from those score lines that I just embedded into the project. And that's going to be my gift card holder. And as you can see, it's a nice size to not only add a gift card, but if you wanted to put a little greeting inside, you could place your gift card up higher and you could sign it inside, or you can just place it right in the center. But before we put our gift card in, I'm going to create some texture on the surface of my gift card holder. And I'm going to do that by using my Cuttlebug and an embossing folder. Alright, so to use an embossing folder, you're going to first place your A plate down. Let me move this up just a little bit so it's on the screen. You're going to start with your A plate, and then you're going to add a B plate. Then, because I want my embossed image to be raised on the outside of the embossing folder, I need to make sure that I'm placing it in so that the outside of the folder is, the inside of the folder is facing toward the bottom of the Cuttlebug folder, and the outside is facing toward the top. And then I'm going to line this up so that, here, let me see if I can show you this better on screen, so that the edge here of my score line goes just to the where the embossing pattern stops on the folder. And then I'm going to place it down like that, lay it on top, and put a second B plate on top of that. And then I'm going to feed that through the machine. Okay. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay. Now I'm going to flip it around and do the other side. Same thing. I'm just going to have it meet right there. It's okay if you go over the line just a little bit. That's not going to be a problem. You can always rescore if you can't find your line. And there we go. Okay, so now I have the inside and the top side, and now I've given my surface of my project some texture. Now that I've embossed the surface of my gift card holder, I've found my score lines and refolded the gift card. I'm going to add a little bit of color onto the outside, and I'm going to do that by just rubbing some of the taupe vivid ink directly onto the surface of the gift card holder, just to kind of highlight a little bit of the texture that I've created using the Cuttlebug folder. Can you see the difference between this side and this side? How just adding a little bit of that ink really does make the embossing pop. And because the taupe ink is so close to the color of our Pure Luxury Craft cardstock, it's not super obvious. It just looks a little bit richer and a little bit more of a pop. Okay. So now we've created a little bit of a texture there, a little bit more of a texture with the ink. Now the next step is I'm going to create a focal image, and I'm going to use that using a piece of our craft cardstock and a little bit of coffee bean ink. And then I'm going to use the star stamp that comes in the Picture It kit that's part of the Organize It Stamp TV kit. This is from the Picture It stamp set. Okay, so I've inked it up with some coffee bean ink, and I'm going to stamp that right onto my craft cardstock. And you can see now I have a star on my craft cardstock with some coffee bean ink. Now I'm going to add a greeting right on top of that star using some Memento black ink, and I'm choosing the birthday wishes from the Picture It stamp set. I'm going to ink that up real well with black, and then I'm going to stamp it right over the star, like that. So now you can see that that says birthday wishes. Now I'm going to use the Marvy Super Jumbo Star Punch, and I'm going to punch that star out. I'm going to have to just turn it toward me to see it for a second, like that, and punch it out. And now we have a star. Now I'm going to highlight that star by using a bigger star matte in our Chocolate Kiss, and I'm going to use the Marvy Mega Punch in the star shape and a piece of chocolate, and now I have a nice little accent behind it, so that'll make it really pop when I place it on top of my gift card holder. So I'm going to put these together using some Glue Glider Pro. And we have a nice little star layer there. Okay.